Okay, so we're reviewing percents. So we have these typical questions. 27 is what percent of 90? This is where you can use the percent proportion. Percent proportion is over of equals percent over 100, but you have to know where to place the numbers. So I'm going to go up there, feel free, hand in the air. Can you tell me what to put where? Camille, what do we put? Where do we put it?
You put 27 where it is.
Put 27 where it is. How come?
Because it says 27 is.
Yeah. Keep going. You're doing great.
And then you put 90 where it's obvious.
Nice.
Because it's a sum.
Perfect. And then what do we put in this blank spot above the 100? Sure. All right. Camille, tell us how to solve this. Do you remember?
You do 27 times 100.
Nice. She said do 27 times 100. Oh, I just hit divide. 27 times 100. And don't forget to divide by lefter. Divide by 3. All right, we got x equals 30. I'm going to sneak on the percent sign because it's 30%. How many of you agree with Camille? Did you get the same thing? Okay, number 2. Can I call in some for number 2 also? Actually, Camille, will you call in somebody, please?
Okay, right. You put 7 where it is.
Okay, 7 where is. Got it?
And then you put 5% where it is.
Perfect. 5 is the percent, so it goes right here.
And then you do 100 times 7 divided by 5.
She said 100 times 7 divided by 5.
Yeah.
Alright, so x is, I'm going to write it sideways, 140. How many of you agree? Did you get the same thing? How many of you are like, oh yeah, I'm starting to remember these? Yeah? Alright, Kaylee, will you call in some for the last one, number 3?
Okay, so I did
X over 240. X over 240. Got it. And then what? Nice. Alright, Kaylee. 25 times 240. Okay. Divide by 100. How many you got? How many of you are like, I got these? No big deal at all, I got these. Okay, the only issue that I see coming up on the CRT is it doesn't tell you is over of equals percent over 100. Do you think you'll remember? Yeah. Hopefully you do. When you see like these purple questions, blue questions, yellow questions, they all look the same. I think they're percent of questions. You'll be fine. Hopefully you'll remember. Can you, if you forget, you're like, crap, it's like right there in the back of my brain, maybe I'll remember in a second. Can you skip the question and come back to it? Yeah. Oh yeah, sure. You know what, I've already told you that I was pretty dang good at tests because I was a good, I used the answers to my advantage. Happened in college too. What happens on tests is sometimes on a different question, this is there later. Does that make sense? So there's hints later on in the test that you can use at the beginning of the test. Just watch for stuff like that. What about these ones? So this one, this is percent of an increase or decrease. But look at the green. We've got to do difference over original equals the change in percent over 100. First, let's deal with increase or decrease. If it's going from 5 cups to 8 cups, is that an increase or decrease? Increase. All right, so I'm just going to write increase. Okay, this one is super obvious. 12 dogs increased by 25% increase, right? So we've got to really focus on that increase on that one. Okay, the red box. Does anybody know how to set this one up? Look at the proportion up at the top. Jack, what do you want to do to set this one up?
Wouldn't you put 8 over 5 equals x over 100?
8 over 5 equals x over 100. What do you guys think about that one? Is he pretty close though?
Yes.
I'd say you got 2 out of 3. That's pretty good. All right, Jack. Let's go through this. Let's go with x over 100. Do we agree with that?
Yeah.
Because we don't know the percent, so you're good on that. What do you think about this 5?
Yeah.
I agree, Jack. 5 because that's the original. Right here, this is the tricky. What does difference stand for? Subtract. Jack, do you want to redo it? Nice. You want the difference between the two. Good job, Jack. So 3 times 100 divided by 5. I bet it's nice number. Keep going, Jack. Nice. And this is percent increase, so let's put 60%. How many of you? I'm pretty good about that. You just gotta remember the difference. It's tricky. Okay, this one's gonna be a little bit different. We've got difference over original equals the change in percent over 100. What's the percent on this one?
25.
Okay, so I have something over something equals 25 over 100. All right, 12 dogs increased. Where do we put the 12? Michaela, what do you think? Good job. Perfect. She said put it on the original. That's absolutely fantastic. Okay, X here. Okay, something's going to happen with this. Stop before you do anything. It's 12 dogs increases, right? Keep that in mind while we solve this. Solve this with me. So we've got 12 times 25 divided by 100. Wait, I thought it was supposed to increase. That totally decreased. Natalie, what do we need to do? Add to what though? Perfect. Start with your 12. We've got to increase 12 by how much? So how many dogs?
15.
There you go. I hope that you do that on the test and you're like, what the? I've done something wrong, right? Because it's supposed to increase. 1 to 3, and then you're like, oh yeah, I've got to increase it. Yeah, feeling okay? Right, let's do some more. What about these ones? Remember these ones? They're kind of tricky, right? Okay, it's still the proportion which you guys rock. We just have to be careful about what goes where. New price over original price equals percent paid over 100. All right, let's deal with the purple box first. Where does the 130 go? Original, right? Okay, so let's put 130 on the bottom. Equals, oh, you know what? This one doesn't look too bad. 100 is always right here. Where does the 45 go? Okay. X here. We might have to do something. All right, Chevy, 45 times 130 divided by 100.
Yeah.
I'm going to put 50, right? Because it's money. Okay, let's step back and think about this. The original price was 130. Discount 45%. Sale price $58.50. Do you think that makes sense? It's a little bit. Don't you think that's a little bit huge of a discount? It went from 130 to 58.50. We need the 58.50, but we need to do something with it. Kaylee, do you remember? Yeah. So it's saying if we were the company, we bought maybe a bike for 130, but it's not selling, so we're going to discount it. But we're discounting it by this 58.50. We got to discount it. So sale price is whatever that is. I don't know. Isaiah, when you have it, will you tell me, please? $71.5. Guys, make it a good money answer. What would it be? 50. Okay, let me erase this. Move some purple away. Okay, read it first. There's something in there to make this a little bit trickier than the other ones. Kind of. And then there's a tricky word in there. We're used to dealing with discounts, but this one's not a discount. What is it? That's always tricky. Okay, so right here, we've got to deal with markup. All right, selling price. Where do you think we should put the selling price? New price, right? Because it wasn't what we bought it for, it's what we're selling it for. So let's put the $437.50 up here. Okay, what are we looking for? We don't know how much it costs. We don't know how much we bought it for, so let's put X here. This is tricky. We've got to use this, but it's a markup. So over there I put it's percent paid. This is tricky. This is totally tricky. Camille, tell me what you're thinking.
I think you changed it to 75%.
Okay, that is good thinking. Where did you get 75% from? Okay, she did 100% minus 75%. Remember doing stuff like that? Or excuse me, minus 25. And she got 75? Okay, I agree with Camille's logic if that was a discount. If this said discount, we would totally do that. Because you discount it. Kirsten, what do you think then? You add it because it's a markup. So do 100 plus 25%. What's 100 plus 25%? Oh my goodness. Our poor customers. Right? So right here, we've got to put 125 right here. Shane, do you already have it? What is it? $3.50. All right, so our company, we bought this product for how much money? $350, but we're selling it for a big time markup, $437.50. Do you think stores are gonna do stuff like that? Yep, that's how we make money. How many of you, I think I followed that, even though it's that tricky markup, do you think you followed it? Guys, you did great. Okay, I think there's one more concept. Yes. Do you remember this?
Yes.
Oh, yes. I equals PRT. What's the P doing to the R doing to the T? Multiplying. This one is tricky. Don't forget something with the R. It's rate. Yep, I wrote it in there. Rate must be changed to a decimal. Yeah, exactly. Okay, let's come back to the blue. So right here, find the interest. So we need I equals P. What's P in this problem? 200 times rate. Stop. You gotta do something. Yeah. All right, so it's 3 like this. Which way do we go though?
Upright.
Right? So we've got to change that to a decimal. So times 0.03 times how many years?
5.
Okay. Make sure that's always in years. Okay, grab your calculators. All you have to do is type it in. 200 times 0.03 times 5. I don't know. What'd you give it? Oh, sorry. Michaela, go ahead. 30? How many of you got an interest of $30? Do you remember what that means, though? So it's we put $200 in the bank. They say, thank you for leaving it in our bank for 5 years. We'll give you $30. What do you think about that? Nah, that's okay. That's pretty good. Okay, you ready for the blue box? This one. You did fine. Okay, this one, what are we looking for? The rate. But it's the exact same setup. I equals PRT. So we've got, I'm going to write it. I equals PRT. But instead of the I, what are we going to write? So we've got 18 equals, instead of the P, we can put 150. What about the R? We don't know. Let's put R. And then what about the T?
6.
Okay. This is actually an equation. Do you agree?
Yeah.
Has an equal sign. So we can isolate the variable using inverse. Guys, start here. How would you get rid of it times by 6?
Multiply by 6.
Wait, what do we do?
Divide.
Okay, so take 18 in your calculator. Divide by 6.
3.
Okay, so now we have 3 equals 150 times R. How do you get rid of the 150? Tyler, stay with us. Divide by 150. But what do you type in first, the 3 or the 150?
3.
The 3 comes first. So 3 divided by 150. Okay, Jack, help us.
0.02, but you move it 2 places to the right.
Yeah, Jack. Nice. He said it came out as 0.02, but don't forget to bounce it twice. So the rate is really 2%. Jack, good job. I'm impressed. How many? I think I get that. Just got to go backwards from it. Okay,